Hello everyone, Ben here, and welcome back to our 2020 presidential election look. And today we're going to be continuing to look at the primaries, and I'm going to go ahead and guess that there's really only one, maybe a second candidate who could probably challenge Trump in the Republican primaries. But I don't think they're very likely to run. I think Ben Sasse of Kansas and we'll go ahead and mark Sasse in blue, and we'll put pretty soon to be former governor John Kasich of Ohio in there as well, with of course Trump being the incumbent who is almost assuredly going to run for re-election. And, well, look at this. So, where's their appeal going to be? Well, among Republicans, Trump is broadly popular in most places. I'm going to go ahead and award both Kasich and Sasse with their home states, just because of home state bias and all that. I'll go ahead and give Trump his home state of New York. I don't think he's going to lose that in the Republican primary. And it's going to be hard for any candidate to carve out a niche anywhere without feeding Trump's margin, or at least allowing him to win. I'm going to give Trump the entire Northeast as well as all of these states, simply because he is pretty broadly, at least amongst Republicans, he's broadly popular. And I'm actually going to go ahead and do something a little bit bold. I'm going to say Sasse would, and again, I'm using the international colors because I believe Sasse is more conservative than Trump is, and Kasich's kind of, I'm just giving him the third color, so, I think Sasse could probably do reasonably well in the Mountain West. Kind of going to be bold and give him Oklahoma as well, and Nebraska. But that's the thing. I think Trump would easily win this. You know, he's going to collect the 4 biggest states, and then I think the 3 right after them. And maybe even more of the ones right after. And I think part of this is because I think Sasse would at least challenge, let's say Kasich's not there, Sasse would probably at least, he'd probably do well maybe in 1 or 2 southern states, maybe South Carolina. I mean, but Trump's still winning by a landslide here. Kasich probably would do worse. I think Sasse is more in line with what Republicans normally expect. Or actually, Kasich's probably more in line with what Republicans expect. Sasse is more conservative, but he's also more marketable. But, yeah. So this is kind of where I expect a primary would be against Trump with those 2 candidates, but neither of them are showing intentions of running. I think Trump is actually probably going to run unopposed, or if he is opposed, he's going to face token competition. Just because I don't think the Republicans want to challenge him and enter a vicious primary that's just going to fuel the Democrats against against Trump if he somehow manages to win, or have a hostile White House to your campaign. I don't think Trump would take losing primary very well, and would probably campaign as an independent against whoever the Republican nominee is. And at that point, you may as well just give every state to the Democrats. Probably not, if we're 100% honest, but you can see where I'm going at, and we'll go ahead and actually look at that scenario in just a second as to what happens if somehow, by some miracle, Trump loses the Republican primary and the nomination. When I say some miracle, I mean for Democrats, it would be a miracle. And especially in a year where I personally expect the Democrats to be clawing at each other's throats. I think the Democrat primary in 2020 is going to probably hurt whoever the nominee is by way too much to actually matter. I think there's going to be so much sour grapes in that, both among the candidates and the Democrats voting bloc, as well as independents who have seen the entire Democrat Party essentially split. There is a growing schism between the progressives and the more traditional Democrats that it's not going to end well in 2024. And I think people are underestimating that effect. They're probably thinking it's going to be rather tame or akin to the 2016 Republican primary, which, yes, while being a little bit vicious, wasn't anything more than what you would normally expect. Problem is, the Democrats, they're going to go at it tooth and nail because they all want to be the one to beat Trump, because they all think they can do it. So what would a Trump versus an independent versus a Democrat look like? Well, let's start with any state that the Democrats won would automatically go to the Democrats. Okay? We're just automatically putting those in the Democrat column because vote splitting on the Republican side wouldn't matter. And wouldn't help the Republicans at all, and wouldn't hurt the Democrats. Okay, so now, any state where Trump got less than 60% of the vote in okay. Oops. That doesn't. Huh. Nope. Okay, that is not what I was looking for. So let's go to, I guess, historic. Actually, I can do this times 2016. Yeah, the New York Times 2016 election results. Of course it shows frickin' New York. Okay, whatever. So, any state where he won more than 60% of the vote, I'm going to leave alone, okay. But every state where he got less than that, I'm going to award to the Democrats automatically. So Michigan, Florida, Iowa, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, Ohio. There we go. Pretty much automatically. So now we go to Arizona, Georgia, Indiana, Missouri, and North Carolina. Indiana, Missouri, North Carolina. Yep, already got that, and that's all 5 of them. Wow. Okay, so let's go to Alaska. I'm going to mark off for the Democrats. Idaho, surprisingly Idaho. Kansas, Louisiana, Mississippi. Okay, Montana, Nebraska. I will leave Trump that 3rd congressional district. Well, I'll come back to the 3rd congressional district. North Dakota, nope. Oklahoma, nope. South Carolina, for sure. We've got South Dakota, nope. So Texas. We'll come back to Utah because 21% voted for a different candidate. Okay, so looking at these states, we have to figure, and also the 2nd congressional district in Maine, automatically the Democrats have basically won the election. Not basically, they have won it in a landslide. Question is, would Wyoming vote for Trump or an establishment Republican? Something tells me that I'm not sure who would come first, but I don't think the Democrats would win this. Or if they did, it would be extremely narrow. I'm going to say they would probably stick with the establishment Republican. Tennessee would narrowly probably go for the establishment Republican. I think Alabama, there's a non-zero chance they would go with the Democrats, so I'm actually going to award them Alabama. Kentucky would probably go with the establishment Republican. I'm going to give West Virginia, Oklahoma, and this 1st district in Nebraska or the 3rd district in Nebraska, I'm going to give those all to Trump. I'm going to give Arkansas to the Democrats. Give South Dakota to Trump. Montana should have gone to the Democrats. We'll give North Dakota to the establishment Republican. I'm going to actually give Utah to the establishment Republican. Utah would bail on Trump in a second if they could. So, yeah, this is what I would expect vote splitting on just the Republican side to result in. Almost 500 electoral votes for the Democrats. Almost. And a lot of states going for the Democrats for the first time in a long time. So that's kind of what I would expect if a Republican actually beat Trump to the nomination in 2020. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time, and take it easy. Bye.